So hello everyone and welcome to my first Spring Boot demo session. My name is Siddhesh and today in this demo I am going to demonstrate how to create our first Spring Boot application. Now before we start coding, let me first set the stage in what we are going to do in this demo session. So in this demo we'll understand what Spring Boot is and why it's become so popular in Java development world. Then we'll look how to generate starter project using something called Spring Initializr. After that we explore the folder structures, especially the key folders like pom.xml and application properties. Then we will write a simple REST API code using Spring Boot and we will test it in Chrome browser. And lastly we will see some common mistakes that a beginner may make while making their first Spring Boot project. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First we will understand what exactly Spring Boot is. So Spring Boot is a framework built on top of Spring framework and it is designed to make Java development, backend development easier. So if you are ever used plain Spring before, you probably remember how much boilerplate configuration it needed, like setting up XML files, web servers, dependency, etc. So using Spring Boot, the Spring Boot take cares for most of the things for you. So you just need to do more of a coding of your business idea than setting up the configuration files. Now let's understand what Spring Boot gives us out of box. So it basically embeds a server like Tomcat, so you don't have to deploy your app separately. It runs like a regular Java program. It manages your dependencies using tool like Maven. It supports auto configuration, so if it detects that you've added Spring Web, it will automatically configure a web server for you. And it's great for building REST API, web apps and even microservices. So we can literally get a web application up and running using Spring Boot in 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. So just to summarize before we move on, Spring Boot is fast, it's beginner friendly, and it saves us a ton of times. So let's get started step by step how to make a Spring Boot uh, project. So firstly we need to go to Google Chrome. So let's and search something like Spring Initializr. It's also, you can also search spring.start.io. So basically Spring Initializr is a web-based tool you can find at start.spring.io. It is one of the easiest way to start a Spring Boot project. Let's walk through it. What is inside this? So you'll see options like, first of all you will see options like Maven. We will choose Maven. We were going with language Java, and we are going to use version Spring Boot version 3.5.4. Now here is the project metadata. So basically this is uh, is group name, something like com.example, or your own domain structure. Could be your company name like com.google, com.amazon, etc. And artifact and name is nothing but the name of our project. So we are going to name our project as test demo. So after, you can add the description of your project of your choice, and this is packaging name. We will packaging in jar, and we are going to use Java version 17. So you can go for whatever version you want, but I am going to use Java version 17 because I have Java version 17 installed in my machine. To check which Java version you have, go to command prompt and type command Java version. So here it tells me that I have 17 Java version, and you can if you don't have, it will tell you don't have Java, so you need to install it before using it. We will go with 17 version. uh, Now we will add dependencies. Since we will be using REST API, so we need to add Spring dependency, Spring Web. So it is helpful in building web, including REST API. Then after doing all this, we will check once if you have selected everything correctly. Project Maven, language Java, version 3.5.4, and all the project metadata, packaging jar, Java version 17, and adding the Spring Web dependency. So now we will click on generate, and a zip file will download in our machine. So you can find this file in the download files. It's something our project name test.demo.zip. So what we will do is we will need to extract this file in our workspace, whatever workspace folder you have created. So let's extract all, browse. So I have created this demo practice file in D drive. Here I will be extracting my test.demo project, Spring project. After extracting, we have all our basic pom.xml files. Now we need to open this in our IDE, Spring Tool IDE. So we are using Spring Tool Suite 4 or also STS 4. So we will open our STS 4, and we need to import this project in our tool. Let's launch. So this is basically our Spring Tool STS IDE. Our project we have from zip to D drive. For that, right click File, Import existing Maven project. Since our project is Maven project, next, and browse to the location where we have saved our project file, D demo practice test demo, inside test demo, and select folder. Then you should see pom.xml file selected. It is already selected, and click finish. So our project is now importing. Let it import fully, and we will go further. It is currently importing. So we can see our project is successfully imported. Test demo boot, and we have all the required files for our Spring Boot project. Now once we have opened the project, let's take a moment to explore the structure. First we have pom.xml here. This basically this file manages your dependency using Maven. You will see your entities like Spring Boot Starter Webs, Spring Boot Starter Test, built-in plugins, and Java version here. So we can see our Java version 17 here, and then we will go to source main resources, and we have application.properties file. So application.property file is main configuration file. You can set server port, db configuration and login etc in this, and then we have our source main java file. So this is where your code lives. You will find your main application here. This is where we will uh, write our business logic, create multiple packages and class to make our code work. Now let's just run this project. We haven't coded anything. Let's just run and see what we get in our console. So to run, go to run as Maven build and first run this command clean package. So this cleans any extra file in project. This basically cleans any extra jar file created in project, so we can run our project freshly. So build is successful. Now we will run our project. To run your Spring Boot project, you need to type command spring hyphen boot spring hyphen boot colon run and run. So our project is running in our console, we can see. So we got started test demo application in 1.87, means our project has successfully run. Now let's understand what we can see in our demo. So first of all, starting test demo application using Java 17. This gives idea of which version we are running. Tomcat initiated with port 8080, means our project is running on port 8080. Starting service Tomcat, and many more. So let's just write a simple REST API code and then we will test it in Chrome browser. So to write, we need to create a new class in pom.example. Go to create a new class and we will name this class hello controller. This is our new class. So I will be writing a simple code which will print hello from Spring Boot inside this class. So we need to give some annotations like rest rest controller. So basically this annotation REST controller tells Spring Boot that this particular class handles HTTP request. Then we further need to annotate inside our class hello controller @get mapping. First I will finish the code. So there are two important things here. the REST controller annotation, and get mapping annotation. So basically the REST controller annotation tells Spring Boot that this particular class handles HTTP request, and get mapping tells Spring Boot that this particular method handles the HTTP request. So let's run this. Run as Maven build Spring. Let's first do clean package. Clean package. Always remember to save your project after making changes. Okay, after this we will run our project. By command spring hyphen boot run. So here we can see a error, build failure, and the description it is given is web server failed to start, port 8080 is already in use. So basically we you can remember that earlier, before modifying this code, we already run this project. So this basically means that that project is still running, and so that port is already occupied. So first we need to terminate the previous process, and then we need to run our new code. So to terminate the process, we can see here stop test demo. So we will click on this, and then we will try to run our project again. Run. So as you can see, we get started test demo application, and there is no error this time, which means we have successfully terminated the previous process. And if you still need to terminate this one, you can just stop test demo. Now first we need to uh, test this REST API code in Chrome browser. We will go to Chrome browser, open a new tab, and we need to type HTTP, because it is a port 8080. It's on running on port 8080. If it was port 8081, we need to type HTTPS local host, and our the port which this project is running on 8080, and the get mapping method which we have mentioned, get mapping hello, we need to type here hello. So now this URL should return hello from Spring Boot. So we can see our code has successfully run hello from Spring Boot. We have tested it in Chrome browser. uh, so now let's modify this code, make it more dynamic. We will add path variable to this code. So let me update this code. So now I have updated this code. So this makes our port. We have added path variable string name. So by this I will print my name accepting at the URL. So I will show you how to do this. First we need to run our project after modification. First we will save ctr plus s and run as maven build spring hyphen boot run. So we can see as we have again forgotten to terminate the previous code, this one hello from Spring Boot. So we have not terminated, it's still running. As you can see, this one is still running. So currently we cannot run this. First we'll need to terminate the previous project, previous code. For this, go to stop test demo. So and run your project again. Run. So our project has run without error. You can see started test demo application. So we have terminated the previous process and have this new process. So basically we need to type our name in URL to print our hello our name. So just in front of hello, give slash your name Siddhesh. We got hello Siddhesh. So basically in front of get mapping we gave this name method hello, and then as a input path variable we gave name. So this basically accepts the name at the URL. So now uh, currently our project is running on port 8080, and if you want to your project to run on port 8081, 8081, so you basically need to go to application.properties and type here command server port 8081. So we have configured our project to run on server port 8081. So let's run this and see what happens. Boot spring hyphen boot run. After modification, changing server port to 8081. So our port is successfully run, and let's check it in test it in Chrome browser. So since our port is 8081, we need to type https local host 8081 slash hello So we can see there was some error. Let's try to first terminate the process. And run again. Run as Maven build Spring Boot run. Let's try to type our URL. So we must have put the wrong URL. So we can see we are running it on 8081. So it's successfully running. So if I change this to 8080, our project won't run because we are not using that port currently. Yes, so we have successfully builded and tested the API. So let's wrap up this demo, and let's summarize what we have done in this demo. So we talked about Spring Boot and why it is so helpful. We use Spring Initializr to generate the starter project. We explored the project structure and key files. We created two REST API endpoints and tested them. We look at the common errors and how to avoid them. That's all for this demo. In next demo, I will demonstrate how to test our APIs using Postman, and how to set up version control for our project using Bitbucket. So that's it for this demo. Let's meet in the next demo.